What up, MetaZoo Maniacs and Cryptic Campers? Today's August 8, 2025. And yesterday I was on a quest to find all the legendary rares so I can go over the artwork, see what I think is the best one, my favorite one, my chase one, all that good stuff. But in that process, I came across two different websites, which are Immortal Workshop, so MetaZoo TCG Deckforge.com, and MetaZooKeepers.com/deckbuilder. Now, both these websites are excellent if you want to build a deck. I'll give a little critique. Take it with a grain of salt, though. I don't actually build decks, so maybe my point of view is not the most accurate on which site I prefer better than the other for building a deck, because I don't build decks, but not yet. I'm sure I'll play it in the future. But anyways, let's check out all these crazy legendary rarity cards. So a lot of them were spoiled in Discord, but there's some we didn't see. So we did see Pamola, we saw Mothman, we saw Chewatch Dragon, we saw Humple Dumple, but we did not see Ho-Oh. Very nice artwork. We saw Hodag, we saw Basilisk. We didn't see Piazza Bird. We got Phoenix, that's one we saw. We didn't see Sliderock Bolter. We saw Raiju, and we saw Sun Wukong. And what is Sliderock Bolter doing here? And where's Bigfoot? So automatically Sliderock Bolter gets last place. He's in 12th place because Bigfoot should have been in here. How was Bigfoot not a legendary rare? That totally blows my mind. I mean, I know Yeti's in Torrential Tides, but if you're gonna have legendary rares, you gotta have Bigfoot. And this should really be some crazy, like, MetaZoo. If you're able to, make a brand of potato chips and just put Humple Dumple on it. That's crazy. I would buy potato chips with this dude on it, just because he's so crazy looking. And before I get into which artwork is my favorite, let's just go over the Immortal Workshop website and MetaZoo Keepers website, because they're actually pretty cool. If you want to build a deck, they both have, you know, some cool features. Now, I'm going to give a point of view from someone that just collects cards. I don't play the game yet. I'm sure I will in the future, but I'm just going to point out a few things just to give a little critique just for fun. So one thing I do like about MetaZoo Keepers over Immortal Workshop is the scroll bar on the side here. Like, where is it? I can't... Ah, there it is. It's very hard to see, and the screen, this area right here, is very small. But it is small because when you want to see cards, you could see them all on the screen at the same time, like a lot more. So when you go to MetaZoo Keepers, you don't see as many, but it is a lot bigger, which is nice too. So I wouldn't say that's a pro or a con. It just depends on your style, the way you want to search things, you know what I mean? Oh, we better clear my deck. So you can tell I've already been playing around with the websites here. Let's see over here. Yeah, I'll clear the deck here as well. Yeah, clear that out. So one thing I do want to point out, if you are building a deck on Immortal Workshop, say, well, click on Pamola, right? One thing that is cool, oh, look at this, a little shine. When you click on it, you're going to get all the stats. So if you're someone that needs to see all that, this is excellent. And you can choose how many you want to pick. So the limit is 3, add to deck. And then you got to go back out. Boom, as you can see over here, it'll show you, you know what I mean? You have to have at least 1 caster in your deck, a minimum of 10 auras. Starter Terror, you have to have at least 2. And then other cards, adding up all the way to 63. So one thing I would say MetaZoo Keepers has an edge with over Immortal Workshop is when you want to add a card, you could just go crazy and just pound it in really quick. But look at that, I couldn't even pound it in. I have to select the caster first. So me being a newbie, I wouldn't know that. You know what I mean? But on the other website, you eventually do have to choose a caster. You know what I mean? You can't build a deck and not have the caster. But here, it forces you to get the caster first. So how do we find a caster? Boom. Just click right here. Click the caster. We got him in. And you can't click more than 1 caster, which is good. And both sites do that. They do stop you from being a dummy and adding like 10 casters by accident or whatever. So it will limit you. And just like Immortal Workshop, MetaZoo Keepers, you know, they do have all the stats of how many you can have. So I think both sites are excellent, right? I mean, I looked at them before I made this video. It just depends on your style, right? If you want to be able to add stuff in quicker, I would definitely recommend MetaZoo Keepers. If you want to see the scroll bar, this thing right here, this site might be a little more convenient too. And they have this aura cost range, which I did not see on Immortal Workshops. This is really cool. I really think this feature is, yeah, I like that. But like I said earlier, you could see a lot more on Mortal Workshop all in one glance, right? So if you want to find the cards, it's probably a lot quicker too. But adding them does take a little more process, but then you're going to see everything in here. It's not a big deal. It takes like an extra whole like 1.5 seconds to add a card to a deck and then scroll up and go out, and no big deal. And maybe the time that you're spending going in and out of selecting a card can be made up for the fact that you can see a lot more cards all in one shot too, so you don't have to scroll on this thing up and down as much because you can see them all in one shot, compared to MetaZoo Keepers where you will have to scroll here to find more cards. So I think it equals out. They're both great. I don't see any flaws with either website as far as building a deck. It's just different styles, right? It's like Coke and Pepsi. It's like anything else in the world, right? There's going to be two different brands that are pretty much the same thing, but just a little style, little different way of doing it. The one thing I did notice, so that was very interesting. So if you click on the set, MZ2, check this out. I thought this was really interesting. Where am I here? Oh. So I want to click off a caster. So if we go to alternate arts for the second set, nothing shows up. And then if we go to Mortal Workshop, where are we here? Second set, and we want to go to alternate arts, there's nothing. Which is weird because on MetaZooTCG.com, they have all the alternate arts here for Torrential Tides. Now the reason why I point that out, that's weird, is because when you go to MetaZooTCG.com, they don't even have the second set of cards on their website at all. They don't even have the first base set alternate arts on the site anymore. Like, you can't find them. Check it out. Explore all cards. Let's get into the database here. We're loading. Check this out. So we go down to the bottom. They only have MZ1. There is no MZ2 yet, which is weird. And if you want to see the alternate arts, you can't see them. If you want to see the hidden rares, you can't see them. So on MetaZooTCG.com, you can't see the alternate arts from the first base set anymore. They're not on the website at all, which is, I don't understand why you would do that. So there must be a reason, but on MetaZoo Keepers and Immortal Workshop, you can't see the alternate arts to add to your deck. So I'm not sure why that is. Unless it's because the alternate arts play the exact same way as the 2-star rarity cards. But they have all the other cards, even from the first set. So let's check that out. Where are we here? MetaZoo 1, right? So, I mean, you can see all the cards here. And even, you know, they do have the hidden rares too. Right? So, where are we here? Hidden. Boom. All pop up. You can add them to your deck. All that good stuff. Right? It limits you. You can only have 3 at a time. So, I mean, they all pop up. And same on Immortal Workshop. Where is it here? I'm trying to find the scroll bar. There it is. So, MZ1. Oh, there we are. Oh, I'm lost again. Where are we here? And hidden rare. Boom! All pops up. Like I said, Immortal Workshop, you can see everything all in one glance. Here you do have to do a little more scrolling, but the pictures are bigger, which is nice. Another cool feature too, though, is you can click more than one thing at once. So I can click on Alt Art and Hidden Rare and get it all in one shot. You know what I mean? Like, they're all going to be here. See, all the way to the bottom. There's your Hidden Rares and then the Alt Arts. But on Immortal Workshop, I believe you can only choose one at a time. Yeah, so you can only choose one option at a time. But on MetaZoo Keepers, you can select as many different options as you want, and it'll bring it all up at one shot. So that's another small advantage. But I mean, they're both excellent websites. I can't complain on either. I think they're just different styles. That's all. Another thing I want to point out about these websites that's really cool is they show public decks. I mean, look at the tabs up at the top of the screen, right? And there's a lot of cool stuff that you could discover here. Like, if you're not sure how to build a deck or what deck's going to be good, you could actually see current public decks. And on MetaZoo Keepers, you got community decks, which is really cool as well. Same thing. But check it out, their homepage. Really cool. Like, trust me, just go to MetaZooKeepers.com and check out their homepage. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Best community decks, official TCG builds, and then go down. Look at this. We even got cards of the day. What else we got here? Best pull of 2025. They have a video, like that's a full video right here that you can watch of them actually pulling this card. And then they have their top 10 favorite cards of the first base set. So it's really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff. And they have a Discord. Well, let's get back to part of the reason why I was making this video is the legendary rare. So we're going to use Immortal Workshop for that just because it's all on screen in one shot here. Yeah. Which is the chase card? Obviously, it's going to be Mothman, right? But just based on artwork, which is the most badass artwork out of here? I like the Ho-Oh better than the Phoenix. But we'll see what it's like in person, because they did say they're going to use a unique textured background or whatever that's going to separate the legendary rares from the hidden rares, and those are going to be separated from the alternate arts as well. They're all going to have 3 different unique what am I trying to say? Texturized patterns that separate the legendary rares, the alt arts, and the hidden rares. And then we got Piazza Bird. Let's talk about Piazza Bird for a second here. I don't know, there's something about the mouth that throws me off. Is anyone else feeling that? I think it's still crazy epic artwork, but there's something about the mouth or the face that throws me off a little bit. So, it's not that I don't like it, it's just, there's something off about it for me. But who knows, maybe I see it in person, I'll be like, whoa, what was I talking about? This is crazier than crazy. But, where's Slide Rock Bolter? How did you take Bigfoot spot, man? That's crazy. So, I guess we'll end the video. Oh, what happened here? Boom, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, I kind of lost track on the video. I got into my little review out of nowhere about the deck building process and the 2 websites. Both excellent websites, just a different style for each. It's like Coke and Pepsi, but Coke is better. So, if I had to say who the Coke was, I'd say MetaZoo Keepers is my choice of the Cola Wars. Anyways, going a little nuts here. So anyways, what's your chase card out of all the legendaries? I mean, obviously Mothman, but besides Mothman, right? The obvious one. I think Piazza Bird, I don't know, I like that still. It's just something about the mouth and face is a little weird, but I think it's going to grow on me. And Slide Rock Bolter is in last place because that should have been Bigfoot, but Humple Dumple, that I like that. Ho, I like better than Phoenix. Obviously Sun Wukong's crazy. Raiju, we'll see how that lightning effect or whatever looks with the... Oh, here, maybe we can zoom in on here like that. Yeah, like, with the texturized background, we'll see what that looks like. Chewwash Dragon, I think, has the best artwork out of all these. In my opinion, for my style, for my taste, I gotta go with the Chewwash Dragon. I think that is going to be... You know, let's just click on him. Let's zoom right on in. I mean, that's just epic. That's like... That gives me some Godzilla vibes, right? Like, look at this. Totally insane. So, as far as badass artwork goes, I think Chewwash Dragon takes the cake. And that was the first one spoiled by Charlie too, and I think I know why, because that's absolutely epic artwork. Anyways, comment below. Let me know what you think. What's your chase hidden rare besides Mothman? I know Mothman's going to be the top. But just based on artwork alone, what is your legendary rare chase? And... did it help seeing this video, seeing 2 different places you can go to build a deck, Immortal Workshop and MetaZoo Keepers. So anyways, comment below, let me know what you think. This MetaZoo Keepers website is actually pretty good. Maybe they should make a website for MetaZooTCG.com. And they have cool things like this, right? Card of the day here, let's scroll up a little bit. Cards of the day. Cool concept, makes you want to come back to the website every day. It's interactive, right? Like, that's a cool concept to have cards of the day, because if you're into building decks and you're into all of this, you probably want to come back every day and be like, oh, okay, what are the new cards of the day and why? Anyways, this video went a little longer than I thought. Comment below, let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next video.